Vande Mataram, dear students. Today we will see the second chapter of class 11th, that is relations and functions. We will divide this chapter in three modules. The first one is Cartesian product of two sets. The second one is relations and the third module is functions. In this video, we will see only the first module, which is Cartesian product of two sets. Before we discuss Cartesian product of two sets, I need to make you recall with something you are already familiar with. You know the terminology, ordered pairs. What is an ordered pair? When we write two numbers or any two variables or indices separated by a comma within a small bracket, we read it as ordered pair XY. Let me tell you how you are familiar with. Try to recall chapter of coordinate geometry in class 9th you have studied. In Cartesian plane, you used to locate the points using this ordered pair. Suppose this is 2 and 3. So this was point 2, 3. I have given it name A. Suppose I am taking 3, 2. So this was point, suppose B, 3 and 2. Now I hope you are able to recall it that we used to express a location of a point in a two-dimensional plane using this ordered pair 2, 3 and 3, 2. Now you see that this point occupies a different place in the plane. This point occupies a different place in the plane. So obviously this point A is different from the point B. So you already know that this point 2, 3 will not be same as this point 3, 2. This was so far as the indices in the form of real numbers were concerned. In general also, if we take ordered pair AB, it will not be same as ordered pair BA because they carry a different meaning. What if we talk about equality of two ordered pairs now? Suppose we take XY equal to AB. Then what? It means X will be equal to A and Y will be equal to B. Only then these ordered pairs will be equal. Otherwise, two ordered pairs are not same. They are equal, that means their first index is also same and their second index is also same. Only then we can say they are equal. Otherwise, ordered pair have a specific meaning. One ordered pair is not same as the other ordered pair. So if we have 2, 3, then it is not same as 3, 2. If we have AB, then it is not same as BA. Got it? Now we come to our main point, which is Cartesian product of two sets. What is this Cartesian product of two sets? Let us have two sets A and B. Now suppose A is having certain number of elements and B is having certain number of elements. So A is having 3 elements. Let us choose this way, 1, 2, 3. And B is having two elements, let us have 4 and 5. Now, what does Cartesian product of A to B means? Every element of set A, each and every element of set A is being paired with each and every element of set B. That means 1 is paired with 4 and 1 is paired with 5 also. Then 2 is paired with 4 and 2 is paired with 5 also. Similarly, 3 is paired with 4 and 3 is paired with 5 also. Now, how do we represent it? We represent it by A cross B. Now, what will be A cross B? A is a set having certain number of elements, well-defined elements, then it is a set. B is a set having certain number of well-defined objects. Then A cross B is what? Pairing between A and B, pairing between elements of A and B. Then surely A cross B will be also a collection of well-defined objects. That means it will also be a set. The only difference is that whereas we represent the elements of any set in roster form by single entries separated by a comma like 1, 2, 3, or B is 4 and 5. A cross B will have elements separated by a comma in the form of ordered pairs. Ordered pair 1 and 4 because 1 is paired with 4. Then 1 is paired with 5. 2 is paired with 4. So ordered pair 2, 4. Ordered pair 2, 5. Ordered pair 3, 4. And ordered pair 3, 5. So this is also a set. The only difference is that its elements are in the form of ordered pairs. Now here only we will see what does B cross A means. When we take B cross A, what we will have? We will do pairing of elements of B with element of A. That means 4 will be paired with 1. 4 will be paired with 2. 4 will be paired with 3. So 4, 3. Similarly, ordered pair 5, 1. 5, 2. And 5, 3 we will get. Now here, one more thing you can verify. You already knew that 1, 4 is not having the same meaning as 4, 1. 1, 5 is not having the same meaning as 5, 1. 2, 4 is not having the same meaning as 4, 2. So, the ordered pairs contained in the set A cross B is not same as the ordered pairs contained in the set B cross B. So, A cross B will not be equal to B cross A. Clear? Now, one more thing, here only you can verify that number of elements in A is what? 3 elements. Okay? Number of elements in A is 3. Number of elements in B is 2. And how many number of elements we have in A cross B or B cross A? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 elements in A cross B. We have 3 elements in A. We have 2 elements in B. That means that n of A cross B is equal to n of A multiplied by n of B. N means number of elements in A cross B is equal to number of elements in A multiplied by number of elements in B. For example, where n of A cross B is 6, n of A is 3, n of B is 2. If set A has m number of elements, that means number of elements in A is m and number of elements in B is n, then number of elements in A cross B will be m multiplied by n. Clear, students? For example, suppose n has 12 elements and set A has 12 elements and set B has, suppose, 2 elements. Then A cross B will have how many? 12 multiplied by 2, that is 24. Now, this was when we are talking about two different sets. When we are talking about two different sets, so the first set is different, having different elements, set B is different. What about if we make the pairing in between the elements of a particular set, suppose say A, like if we are doing the pairing between two sets and the two sets are not different sets, they are the same sets, that means A to A, suppose it is A1, A2, A3, 3 elements, here B1, no, again since it is A, so A1, A2, A3, 3 elements. Now we are doing pairing between A to A, so A1 will be paired with A1, A1 will be paired with A2, A1 will be paired with A3. Then B1 will be paired with A1, A2 will be paired with A1, A2 will be paired with A2 and A2 will be paired with A3. Then A3 will be paired with A1, A3 will be paired with A2 and A3 will be paired with A3. This means here we will represent this cross product as A cross A and the elements will have A1, 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 A2, A1, A3. Then A2, A1, A2, 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 A3. Then A3, A1, A3, A2 and A3, A3. How many elements we've got? 3 elements here, 3 elements here. So what we got? 9 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because n of A cross A will be here n of A multiplied by n of A. क्योंकि यहाँ पर पेयरिंग A से A में ही हो रही है within the elements of a set. Is it clear? Now, suppose we do pairing between R to R, where R stands for set of real numbers. So every element will be real number. Here also every element will be real number. So whatever ordered pairs we will get, it will be of the form what? Suppose one real number I am taking 3.5. This is a real number. Here I am taking another real number, suppose 2. What is this? This represents a specific point in your Cartesian plane. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3.5 here and then 2. So this will be the point. So this is point 3.52. Suppose I take another pair of real numbers. Here I take 7. Here I take 1. Or better I take a little smaller. Suppose I take 2 and 1. So 2 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. 1, 2, 3. So 2 and 1. This point. So this is again when we are taking ordered pairs in form of real numbers. I already told you they will represent some point in two-dimensional plane. So when we talk about R cross R, imagine it will give you what? R cross R means all possible pairing between real numbers and real numbers. So whatever ordered pairs we will get in R cross R, we will get some real numbers in this bracket, and every ordered pair having real numbers as its entries will represent some point in two-dimensional plane. It means R cross R will contain all the points in a two-dimensional plane. Got it, students? R cross R will contain all the points in a two-dimensional plane. Now we see Cartesian triple product. That means product of three sets. So here we are taking A cross A cross A. That means A, suppose A is having two elements 1 and 2. Again A to A and then to A. This is called as triple product. How this pairing takes place? A cross A cross A. So 1 is paired with 1. Then 1 is again paired with 1. So what you will get? We will get now, earlier we were getting ordered pairs because it was pairing between two sets or twice among a set. Now we are taking product between three sets. So here we will get triplets, ordered triplets, 1 to 1 and 1. So we will get 1, 1, 1. Then 1 to 1 and then to 2. So we will get 1, 1, 2. Now 1 to 2, then 2 to 1. So 1 to 1. Again 1 to 2 and 2 to 2. So 1 to 2. Now the same process will be done with 2. So 2, 1, 1. 2, 1, 1. Then 2, 1, 2. If I erase these arrows and make a fresh one for you, see, now we are doing with 2. So 2, 1, 1. Then 2, 1, 2. Then 2, 2, 1. Then 2, 2 and 2. 2, 2, 2. So how many ordered triplets we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 8 ordered triplets. So here again we can verify as n of A is 2. Number of elements in A is 2. So n of A cross A will be what? 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, that is 8. So these are called ordered triplets. This is what Cartesian triple product. Now, one thing, earlier I told you that if we take Cartesian product R cross R, then it represents all the points in a two-dimensional plane. So if we take R cross R cross R, then it will be what? It will represent all the points in a three-dimensional space. This is all about Cartesian product of two sets and Cartesian triple product. Now we will take up the exercise based on it, which is 2.1 in the next video. Till then, take care, stay home, stay safe.